Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, now people like to talk, I don't really like to hear them. See these dudes snaking, that's why I don't get near them. This rapper's in my blood, I don't even need a serum. Hometown kids, so you hear the city cheering. Lately I've been going off, think I'm killing now, man, just wait till this my job. I'm trying to PC sauce.
Well, welcome to the show. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourself?
How's it going? I go by Sammi Auto.
I'm Nsomniac. How y'all doing?
And we are the members of Napalmmusic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you guys produce your own stuff?
Yes, we mostly like engineer and like do like pre-production on our stuff, and then we kind of involve like different producers, like either this state or out of state, to have like post-production.
Okay. And what city are you guys from?
I'm born and originally raised from Ogden, Utah.
O-Town.
O-Town, where it goes down.
Yeah, I live in Ogden, but I'm from Idaho.
Okay. And how did you guys get into hip hop?
I mean,
who wants to start?
So I listen to like Fabulous and like Eminem and Nelly and stuff, like, you know, when I was like really young.
Mm-hmm.
How old's really young?
I don't know, like
You don't have to say your age.
I
Like,
feel like 11 or 10 ish.
Okay, right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
so you
That's
guys-
when everything was on the radio, right?
It's like when I got my first CD, it was like around 11.
What was your first CD?
It was Fabulous.
Okay.
And Nelly. I got both of them at the same time, but I listened to Fabulous first.
That's
country
crazy.
grammar, right?
Yeah, the country grad that's from Nelly, yeah. And then Fabulous, what was it, the name of his first CD? I can't remember. It was like Ghetto Fabulous. Was that it?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. I'd have to look it up, but yeah, my stepdad hated that CD. He
Why did he hate it so much?
all the swearing, because like I grew up in like an LDS family and stuff, so
Yeah.
When you grow up in a religious,
yeah, when you grow up in a religious
Family.
family, they tend to not like cussing
Right.
or piercings or
Tattoos.
or
can't drink coffee.
coffee, alcohol,
Right.
sex, anything,
Cane.
anything fun, just anything fun. You just like, they're like, hey, that's not allowed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
My first CD or my first experience like on hip hop, my interest is like very, very young, like because all my cousins, all my family, like we're all into that, like the original Tech Nine albums, like Angelic and Ever Ready. Also, my first CD was the Marshall Mathers LP.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a present that my mom gave to me.
Okay.
Well, then you had a cool mom if she was giving you that.
And like, cause she already knew, cause she knew that like I used to listen to like Snoop and Dre and WA, like when they like first came out, when they were like blowing up, DMX and all them, but like my first like bought purchase album was the Marshall Mathers LP.
Mm.
Yeah, see, I had the same issue where my dad didn't like all the cuss words either. And I ended up getting in a fight like in 7th grade.
Okay, so
So I got my
yeah,
ass kicked. Then I got all my shit taken away.
that's an interesting fact because like all my family was pissed at my mom,
Yeah.
because like she's always been like my supporter or whatever when it comes to anything that I was interested in. And like I grew up in like a religious like Pentecostal Christian household, and like that wasn't like allowed, or and then plus you have like other family that comes from like other regions and stuff like that, and there was like a cultural segregated divide and stuff like that between like races and everything like that. And it was just hard to accept that music is like beautiful no matter what kind of style of music it is.
I like that. That's deep.
I know. So what do they think now? Your family, are they supporting it?
Yeah, they're very supportive because I've been in it for years. I produce for numerous big artists. collaborated with numerous artists, opened up for numerous of artists, you know.
So who have you collaborated with?
We collaborated, like me and Nsomniac collaborated with a bunch of big artists ourselves, like as Seuss Mace. Collaborated with artists such, we also had like rights and like deals with like Ammo Domini and everything like that when they were doing the licensing and everything. We actually have a collaborative song with Snoop Dogg, and it is actually like a legit song. It's actually passed through all of Spotify, all of Apple Music. It is notified and it's engraved as an original song.
All right.
Even though that it started as like was it one of like those political endeavors or whatever?
I don't know what you mean. What do you mean,
like how Ammo Domini
like
was having issues.
Yeah.
How he was having issues and everything like that with all his collaborative artists and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But and Universal Music Group was kind of like acting like an ass and everything on not like having new artists collaborate.
Oh, you mean
with
how
big
like
artists.
that? Like they're not like putting them out and shit. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because like we put in and invest into like stuff like that for like copyrights and licensing and everything like that, agreements, and so we can have that song because we thought it was a really good fucking song and we wanted to do something or whatever that can probably like put us separated from other artists as well, because we're really dedicated and serious to this craft and we've been in it for years no matter what. We opened up for Mayday, we opened up for Stevie Stone, opened up for Token, I opened up for Twista and Do or Die when Johnny P was alive still, 2011 Cinco de Mayo Custom Car Show, the Summer Jams. Like, it's such a blur when you go 15 years into the music industry, 20 years into the music industry.
So how did you guys, like once you got producing and, laying tracks down and everything, what was your breakout moment when you got discovered?
It's actually like when we got discovered, I believe like we were like in the middle of it, and me and him been in the music industry for like together for at least 12 plus years.
So I've been in about 18, probably.
18.
I don't know, about 20 almost.
But I'm just
I don't
saying
know.
together and everything when we
Probably
started,
about, I
like,
don't know.
because we worked on some collaborations before or
We started
whatever.
working together, I think about 8 years ago.
8 years?
Probably.
I think it was longer.
Maybe 8 or 9.
It's got to be longer. Because
Maybe, I don't know. I can't.
2014, I believe, because remember we opened up either for Cryptic Wisdom and we opened up for Mayday.
Was that clear back then?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Damn, I didn't realize it was that long ago.
Time flies, huh?
Well, I think the Cat Calhoun show. I think that one was with Cryptic Wisdom. I think that was in 2017.
That was later on, though.
And then the one before. So I think the Mayday and Recognize one. I think that was like 2016.
Yeah, but it's just like
About I don't know, but I think we did shows like together before that, like smaller shows.
yeah. But it's just crazy, like on how like people from like two different styles, two opposite like patterns of like music can go in and create something different and bigger than what we can ever expect and ever imagine.
But like, did you guys do like demos and like hand them out?
Yeah, like individually, like
Yeah, back in the day, I used to have like No Sleep Mob samplers and stuff. It was me and my homie Nocturnal,
Just grinding.
and
yeah, and then I had a group that was called Goon Squad, and we had this clothing line and slogan that we called Goon Fitted Inc. We had stickers and shirts and everything, and that's how we were grinding out there. And it's funny that it's kind of like going back to that similar grind in music and in hip hop. It's just like more available platforms now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey there, food lovers. This episode is brought to you by Dolly Crepes. Are you ready to indulge in something deliciously unforgettable? Head on down to Dolly Crepes and indulge in a mouth-watering crepe any time of the day. Whether you're looking for something sweet and savory or deliciously filling, Dolly has exactly what you're looking for. With 3 locations conveniently close to everyone in the Salt Lake and Davis County area, Dolly has you covered. So did you guys do like the SoundCloud thing for a while? When I was big?
Everybody did that.
Reverb Nation, SoundCloud. What was the one before Reverb Nation? There was
even MySpace. Like MySpace, you could upload your songs.
But there was something else before that too. I don't remember what it was, but it was similar to Reverb Nation and had like charts and shit like that. Yeah, I was in a rock band and shit, uploading my music like back in the day, like up to that shit. Like I remember back when I was like 18 and stuff, like we was uploading our shit to try to get on like the Vans Warped Tour. And
that was so funny because that was before Spotify and like Battle Apple of the Music Bands. Like really hit.
Right.
That shit was fun. I actually miss being in the band. Like we're trying to get something together right now, me and my drummer, but. He's probably gonna play guitar or bass in it because he can play, he can play numerous. But it just depends on if the drummer that we find is better than him or not, and if he ain't, then he's gonna do drums, and then we'll just have somebody else.
What kind of like rock music you doing? Like death metal? Or?
So no, I don't like death metal. Like I can do that like guttural, like deep scream and shit, but I feel like I like more of like a. I like a range, you know what I mean? I like do you know who like I Prevail is?
I don't.
Do you know who As I Lay Dying is?
Yes.
Okay.
So kind of like that. Like more melodic.
Yeah, something with like some screaming like that and stuff. But
like an old Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah, but also maybe a little bit more groove, like kind of Korn or Slipknot, something, you know what I mean? Where it's like I can rap and scream. So and
kind of like a harder Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, exactly. Like a harder Limp. That's a good way to fucking describe it. Yeah, a harder Limp Bizkit. Like, okay. Yeah, just a little bit more screaming and a little bit more.
Harder Limp Bizkit. That's the name of your band.
Harder Limp Bizkit.
Harder Limp Bizkit.
Harder Biscuit. We'll just call it.
There ain't no limp on that biscuit.
Yeah, we'll just call it Hard Biscuit.
There you go.
So, like, out of all the artists you worked with or who you're fans of, like, who's inspired you guys the most?
Man, so I haven't worked with him yet, but who inspires me the most right now is Tech Nine.
I like how you said yet.
But well, it's because I believe in myself. Also, I've worked with a lot of people that work with Tech Nine and stuff, and so like I feel like I kind of already am in that lane and in that style and everything and stuff. I feel like he already notices me a little bit, at least, even if it's just for working with his homies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
Tech Nine, if you're listening, we would love to have you on the show.
Yeah, we would love to have you on the show. Also, I'd love to collab. So, you know what I mean?
But it's just
he started following me like recently, and I thought that was dope as fuck. I was gonna post about it, but I don't want to like have it. I don't want to like have it seem like it's for clout or nothing and shit. But I do want to like shout him out and say like, hey, like I appreciate you following me, and I'm a huge fan of fucking Tech Nine and Strange Music, and been a fan of yours since fucking.
Can you imagine though? If you sent him a
since
DM,
I was like 19.
You sent him a DM, and he's like, "Who's this fucking groupie?"
Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. He's like, "Wait a minute, I don't even remember fucking following him."
He's like, "Who's this?"
I know, huh?
What about you? What's your inspiration?
My inspiration is kind of like it's a core a lot of things. It correlates to a lot of things on the inspiration that I like and invested into. Like my inspirations and my inspirational people have been like Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. Like I always been on that West Coast like bounce, but like I also like I like Atlanta rap. I like
Ritz.
Like Ritz. I like Outkast, Big Boy. Andre 3000, like the original, like
Master P.
Yeah, Master P, like the pioneers of it, because like it's a mindset that you want to set yourself. If you want to be a pioneer, then you have to listen to pioneers
right
before you. And I kind of like want to be that part in myself,
Right.
like that I can be an original person and like I'm not following into a certain code or into a certain wave. I like to do what I like to do. It doesn't matter if I sing, if I rap, because like I like rapping, I like solid rap, but I also like melodic R&B. That's
Right.
like a feel of me, you know. I always listen to like Usher, I listen to Nate Dogg, I listen to
Warren G.
Warren G. Well, Warren G is kind of more like the cool rap dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But like I'm talking about like the vocalists, like Nate Dogg, like
No R. Kelly, right?
Chris no, R. Kelly.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
All right.
I don't like ad libs like that. Hey, you know how weird his ad libs was, huh? On everybody's track, he's like, yeah. That's right. You know, it's like, oh, you so creepy, dog. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Bad boy.
like, what kind of bad boy is that?
Terrible.
You're like, oh, that's a homo boy.
We also have a song together recently and everything that was released. We called it Ad.
Ad.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think like if you play it sometime, you would really enjoy it. Maybe like next time or whatever we can do.
I'm gonna look your shit up when you guys, you know.
Yeah, bet.
It's some funny shit. My
It's
verse
funny.
on that, I just straight up talk shit on Diddy.
Yeah,
You did?
yeah.
Well, not just him, but like the
Well, it's
the
just-
rappers.
It's
in
kind
the
it's kind of
industry and
weird,
shit,
like
so.
like how people like want to get in the industry so bad, and like what steps that they're willing to take or whatever to like get to that cut.
Right.
Let's say cut corners to get to that big stage instead of working hard for years for it. You
Right.
know. And I think that's the difference between like artists like us and artists like, you know, the new people that want to cut corners.
Right on. So
And-
you guys mentioned like your two different style of rap, right?
Yeah.
So what style are you, and what makes you guys so different?
I feel like because like I'm more like melodic, you know. I listen to like newer artists. I always listen to newer artists, and I know like they have like a similar cadence, but like some of them really stand out. Like if you ever heard of Rod Wave is like you gotta listen to him. He's awesome. Like he speaks a lot of truth in his music. Moray's dope. I always liked the Baby, you know, but like also like artists like Hobson and Dizzy Wright. It's just there's so many like styles of hip hop. It's really crazy that you can like manipulate music and the feelings on how you put into the music and manifest it.
Right.
And I believe in manifestation because it's like a fully real thing.
Agreed.
And I believe that you can do it with your music as well.
Right. What about you?
Shit, what was the question?
What's your style?
What's your style?
What's my style? My style is Nsomniac.
You got your own style?
Yeah.
I feel like every song I do is different. Like, and I've had a lot of people tell me that. They say that's why they fuck with me, is because they said I don't feel like there's two songs that I can be like, oh, that sounds like the same cadence you did in that song, or that sounds like the same flow you did, or or even the same topic most of the time. I don't usually be talking about the same stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like when I rap with other artists, especially like bigger artists, I feel like I match their level pretty well, or their intensity. Like I just did a song with someone, I can't say who yet, because it's on his album.
Okay.
But it's a bigger artist.
So the album hasn't came out yet?
No, it hasn't came out yet. Okay. I just barely did this song like last week, or actually a few days ago. But it's a bigger artist, and then it has another bigger artist on it. He's a little strange. That's all I'm gonna say. And yeah, it's a dope ass song. I can't wait till it comes out, and yeah, it'll be cool.
So together, when you guys are making music, because I know, you know, kind of like what you guys said, there's different genres of hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, where would you fit your guys' genre into?
All right, so I guess because you asked like style, so I kind of have a style, I guess. If you consider like strange music like a style or like a genre, I guess of hip hop, I feel like I'd be like that strange style.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like kind of like that, or like like I'd fit with like Hobson or Mercules and
So
that
not
type
like
of.
not the norm, just kind of like the outside.
It's like the misfits of. It's like almost mainstream, but not.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like the misfits of mainstream.
Yeah, and where I fit in like the hip hop is kind of like I'd say like it'd be like classic, but it's original hip hop. It's not, like I never tried to like sound too much like anybody or whatever. I always try to come up with my own cadences. I try to feel the wave or feel the emotion of like any instrumental that's presented to me and see what I feel, see like what I want to do in my creativity, because like you don't want to limit your creativity. You can do like a lot of things, but you just got to articulate it right, and so it can strike that emotion that you want it to.
Right.
When you say that word, when you want to say that word, you have to say it right and able for that person to understand.
Right.
And so I just want to articulate that in my style and in my music always.
Do people ever say you sound like somebody?
A lot of people say I sound like Ritz.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people said, that I have an Eminem flow, just because like I know how to, like do like a double time cadences and everything. They try to relate me to that, but like I know also like on how to sing live music. Usher and Nate Dogg inspired me for that, because like that's the people that I grew up listening to, you know what I mean, on like an R&B or a funk level.
So you're like the songbird of our generation.
Yeah.
That's from a movie, right?
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite movies.
But also Chris Calico, he's like one of my like inspiring artists. Like when it comes to like strange music and everything like that, like Chris Calico really like hit me hard and everything, because like he has like a way to like sing his like choruses and his verses and everything to a certain cadence, and then that's why I always liked him as an artist from there. And I like how he has his own label and everything too as well, but he still joins Tech Nine. And so that's why I'm saying, like, even though that they're not like on the same label or whatever, they still like come together, and because they're like really good like friends, and it doesn't matter because like they shared that bond and that time with each other about making music, and that's what it's really about.
Did you guys ever get into like the freestyle battling?
No.
I like the freestyle, like like when
I get drunk and freestyle.
when it was like at a party and everything,
you have to be
like
drunk to freestyle?
you had to be.
I mean, in order for me to freestyle more than 4
Hey,
bars,
get that
just
guy
'cause,
a couple of shots and you can find out.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I freestyle good for like 4 to 8 bars, and then I get in my head because I say something stupid after like 4 to 8 bars, and then I'm like, what the fuck did I just say? You know what I mean? I'm like, why did I say that? And then I'll be in my head about like the stupid bar that I said instead of all the other bars that I said that were dope.
Yeah.
Like,
So the friends I grew up with, that's what they used to do. Like after
like
high school.
freestyle sessions.
Yep. They
Yeah,
just
like
battle each other.
I remember that. Like I remember like me and a lot of like homies and everything used to like be in a cypher, and just because they want to say whatever, like there's a beat, there's like a house party going on back then, like because they used to have like house parties and everything like that. That was a normality back like 10, 15 years ago or whatever.
I used to love the freestyle guys. I was like, that is so hot.
Now you and I are more like the techno DJ guys.
Totally.
I sent her a video. She's like, I so wanted to do this in my life. And I was like, me too.
Techno DJ, yeah.
Yeah, man. You see some of those crowds, you're like, Jesus Christ.
I know, they're so huge. Like it's crazy like how they just like just pump people up like
Yep.
that, you know.
Yep.
I don't know if I could switch genres though, just to get a bigger crowd. Like I feel like I like doing multiple genres and stuff, but I don't think I could go and like do something just to I don't know, just to do it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like I don't know. I feel it would feel weird.
Well,
I'd be like,
I think there's like two different types of DJs. You got the DJs that are good at mixing other people's shit and doing different
Yeah.
beats, different sounds, and then you have like the actual artist.
yeah,
Yeah.
And like the artist people, those are like really good.
Yeah. That's the actual like original like artist DJs and
There's
the EDM DJs and everything now.
Does Skrillex produce his own, or is he just?
My understanding he does, but
I think he does. I
Yeah.
think he does produce his own music because he
'cause
has
that's dope.
features.
I mean, you mean like
He has features with big artists and everything like
Yeah.
that. So he has to produce his own music.
he used to be a screamer of a band or a singer of a band.
did he?
Yeah, what's,
didn't know
what's
that.
The, what's the name of the band?
There's something that you don't know.
Shit, I'm learning all sorts of shit on this episode.
It's like From Autumn to Ashes or something. I don't know, something. Or maybe that's a different band.
they
But
pretty
he
good?
is in a fucking old band. You can look it up. He's the singer, the lead singer of the band.
Okay, I'll have to like that.
And when you hear it, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck? That's Skrillex?" Because yeah, it's not the same.
It's
style.
not?
No, it's not the same style.
Interesting.
At all. It was like emo.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. Like kind of like Silverstein type shit ish.
okay,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
or like what is that? AFI.
AFI. Dun, dun.
Ish, except for a little bit heavier screaming, and his singing wasn't
That great,
as polished.
right? The one that really shocked me.
He sounded really whiny when he
okay,
when he sing. And I only say that because like I sing and stuff too and stuff. You know what I mean? Like
right.
I can tell when I sound whiny or when it. You know, I don't know.
The one that shocked me the most was Jared Leto from 30 Seconds to Mars.
He has a fucking beautiful
I
voice.
know, I was like,
I've seen him live and was like I'm not gay or nothing, but like
got
when
a
I saw him live, I was like,
You got a boner, didn't you?
no, I didn't get a boner, but my jaw dropped. I was like, I could see why girls think he's hot.
yeah.
That's what I thought after that. Was like, okay, I get it now.
So one night here, at the studio, we had a pretty good little debate. And so I'll ask you guys the same questions because you guys make hip hop music. So it's two different questions. Who's your top artist? You could be top 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
Okay.
Of hip hop or
Hip hop. And then who's your top 5 lyricist?
You want to go first?
All right. Because there's a lot of them.
Or do you want me to go?
There's a lot. Go ahead.
So top 5 rappers and then top 5 lyricists after
Yeah.
that? Okay.
And the rappers could still like.
And who's my
crossover.
favorite art? My favorite artist that's a hip hop artist, it's Tech Nine because I felt like he's the most versatile.
Okay.
But song wise, I think Eminem has some songs that I like. I feel like maybe I might put above a couple of songs of Tech Nine. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like it's probably M and then Tech, and then probably Tupac, Ritz, and Hobson. And
As far as your artist or your lyricist?
top 5 artists.
Artists.
But also lyricists. I think the only one I'd really take out of that is I'd probably take out Tupac
Okay.
and put Hercules.
Okay. What about you?
Okay.
And I know that sounds terrible and shit, but it's just because I feel like Hercules has a lot of songs that I really relate
No,
to
this
and
is
stuff.
just strictly your opinion. It was just a really
Or maybe Jelly Roll. Maybe Jelly Roll. Either Jelly Roll or Hercules. They one of the two.
it was just a
But
good
Jelly Roll kind of moved genres, and I don't know if
Yeah.
he's going back to hip hop.
it was just a good debate. So this is just purely your opinion.
Okay. So,
And I know there's other good,
Of course. Plus I'm also putting you on the spot too.
Yeah.
So
all right. So number one, of course, Eminem. I'm gonna put him on favorite rapper
and then
and top lyricist.
okay.
Okay, for sure. And like that's hard to debate, you know what I mean? And then Tech Nine for rapper. Let's see. For rapper it would be Snoop Dogg. because like he always had cool songs, but like
He had a lot of hits.
But he had like some like storytelling hits though too.
That's true.
Like, you know what I mean? Like his old albums or whatever like that. Like
Right.
they were really, really, really good.
Make you visualize it.
Yeah, like I liked visualizing. Who else? That was 3, right? On rappers. Okay. 4 and 5. So it's so hard because there's so many. You know, Method Man. That was
Method Man's dope.
That's another
What about Redman?
top rapper.
Redman's dope as hell too.
Well, I love.
I think Method Man has the better voice, but
So
I think Redman's a better rapper.
So so Method Man is my top rapper, and Redman is my lyricist.
Okay. What about like Biggie and Nas and Jay-Z?
Biggie's dope.
And then
I like his lyrics a lot, and shit, but I feel like I don't
Then Pac
know.
for rappers. So that was Eminem,
Method Man,
Method Man,
Pac.
Pac,
What else? Who else did you say?
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop. Okay. What else?
Was that the 5?
So you said
We lost.
you said Eminem,
Oh,
Tech
Tech
Nine,
Nine.
Snoop Dogg,
Tech Nine.
Method Man, and
Tech 9.
well,
Tech
you said
Nine.
Tech.
Yeah,
Hold
it
on.
was Tech.
Eminem, Tech, Snoop Dogg, Method Man, and who else?
Who was that last
Good
one?
thing we're not getting scored on this.
I know, right?
I know.
You would think they were in the car smoking with us. I mean,
So who's your? What about lyricists? Oh, so you have Eminem at the top.
Eminem is Method Man because Redman was the lyricist.
That's right. So you have Eminem, Redman,
Eminem, Redman, Token, Ritz, and I'm always because there's so many of them. Twisted Insane, because he's really lyrical, but he's rapidly fast. Like it's crazy on how he can like rap like that. Because I seen him rap live, and it's crazy.
right?
Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like he needs a little bit more credit, you know what I mean? Because he really he got familiar with more kickback songs now. So he's a versatile artist. But I think, yeah, Twisted Insane, Eminem, Redman, and then the other 2 lyricists, Token, and who was that last one?
I know you named 5. I can't remember the 5th one. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of names to keep track of.
Ritz.
That's right. What's your guys' thoughts on the Drake and Kendrick battle? I know it's over.
I think Kendrick won. That's
That's
all.
Well, is Drake gonna slap back? Though?
Well,
If he does, I think after somebody
Actually,
dissing you at the Super Bowl, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that's
you're
that's
cooked.
a hard,
Honestly, I don't even know how he has so many people still going to his shows after that. Like I feel like that's a win for him though.
Hey, I gotta make sure that Kendrick's in there. I might have to switch him to number 2 on lyricist because he really did smoke him. He
pretty bad.
smoked him so hard on those lyrics.
What Drake?
Yeah,
over
yeah,
for
exactly.
Drake.
I don't. That's what I said. Like I don't think that Drake can do anything that is gonna be more
was like
effective of a diss or
he
anything.
was trying to wrap that clap back.
What-
You know what I mean? Like after the Super Bowl, but after he
what platform could he get on that's bigger than that?
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
That's he got smoked after that. Like he just made a song.
Unless he disses
That
him
he-
on Fortnite or something. I mean, maybe he'll come up with a new diss and then diss him on Fortnite, and all those kids are gonna be like, "Oh my God, did you hear Drake's new song? Here, there you go, Drake. There's your idea right there. I don't like you, but
hey, go to the do a Fortnite halftime show.
I didn't say I don't like you. I'm sorry. That's terrible. I don't want to lose fans. for
Hey,
it.
but
Fortnite makes a skin for
but
him, so
not
he can play in the game.
not only that Kendrick he did it diss openly and everything. He edited his whole set to where he's not saying any swear words.
Right.
So he made it appealing to
You're talking the Super Bowl.
yeah, the Super Bowl performance.
Ooh, he had a lot of subliminals and really cool stuff in that too, though. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, that was weak." I'm like, you He had a lot of stuff that was representing stuff that people just didn't get.
That 40 acres and a mule is bigger than the music, and he's right about that. Like honestly, like there's a lot of things that are like not right or whatever that like was built off the culture, and and so they need to have their flowers for that.
Have you guys followed the A$AP Rocky case?
I haven't.
No.
I gotta hear this.
You know do you know the story of it?
No, what happened?
Oh, so I don't know I can't remember the name of the other guy, but they're all in that same A$AP Relly accused A$AP Rocky, who they're in the same clip.
In the same group.
Yeah, of shooting him.
Oh.
And there was no bullet, no casings found. Lee, did they find the gun? No gun, no nothing. The only thing they had was his word. And then the video footage, which looked like he was carrying the gun, but you couldn't make it out that it was an actual gun.
You can get charged off somebody's word though. I'm proof of that because fucking that's all they had in my case and fucking. But
I don't know if you want to get into that.
No, I already dealt with it and stuff.
That'll be another podcast.
I already got an attempted murder charge. They brought it down and stuff because they didn't really have much and they didn't like. I think it's not just they didn't have much. I think it's that they didn't have much, and they knew that it was a gangbanger that was like threatening me. And, you know what I mean? So they were like, you know what I mean? Like,
right. So they just had the trial end, and if you would have been, charged with the murder or the attempted murder, I think he was looking at like 15 to 20.
Yeah. I was facing 15 to life.
Yeah.
With it, so
he got acquitted of all charges.
Dang.
And so, like, we were talking.
That's what happens when you got the money. No, just kidding.
Well, I know, like Rihanna was there. Like it was a bit.
Oh yeah, like when it comes to tabloids and everything, especially like.
That's funny.
I feel like when you're like in that position or whatever, like I feel like you actually kind of like get away with stuff a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Like I'm not saying like you know what I mean, not innocent until proven guilty, but I'm just saying like I've been in similar situations that like. People got slapped on the wrist and everything. It feels like I got like a harder, lesson on that. And then it's just like I guess it depends on who has the most money for the best lawyer, I guess.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a two-tier justice system for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it's really how much money do you want to put up for?
And I think that's what it is. I think people like hush about it a little bit, like they're like, oh, how did you do this or whatever, and then like people like try to make stories of you, but like honestly, like it just depends on like how much money did you pay for the courts, for the lawyers, fix this,
right.
And you're trying to do it honestly, and that's tough. It's tough on that, and it's hard for that two-tier justice system on it,
right?
Especially how the country's going right now.
Yeah, for sure.
That just made me think of something. Do you guys get any hate?
Do
you? Like, do you get people DMing you?
Man, I've got so much hate this year already. Like, I've got 2 death threats outside of music. Just in the first 2 months of this year.
I was one of them. No, I'm kidding.
Dang it, 3. No, just kidding.
He's like, you came to my studio.
I love the haters. So
and
then the lights cut off on
I got somebody did a diss song on me just recently.
And it's crazy because
it was so bad. It was such a bad song. Like,
was it Machine Gun Kelly?
Oh no, I wish that would have been. Hey, honestly, I would have enjoyed that way more. Like I would have listened to that and been like, okay,
bumping that shit.
All right, yeah, he has some good bars. Cool, you know what I mean? Like, dope. I'm gonna write him back. You know what I mean? But like this, I was like, that's so whack. Like, come on, like do something I can respond to at least, because like something that bad, it's like, how do you respond to that? Like, I'm not gonna respond to that.
So
like,
it's a beef with like a Utah artist.
Yeah.
So
and see, that's not even worth my time, because honestly, and no offense to any other Utah artists, but like, I'm not just a Utah artist, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not ever gonna be just known as a Utah artist.
You work with big names.
Yeah, so like I'm, and it's not just that, but I'll always make sure that I'm known nationwide, even if I'm not. Like, I'll tour and do whatever I got to do to make sure I'm outside of Utah. Like,
That's
constantly.
that's the plan for this year.
So I mean,
Is that we're just trying to
just like I don't know. I ain't
trying
worried
to
about
step
it.
out a little
Not worried
bit
about
just
them.
to see, you know what I mean, on how other cities are, because like we've been here for years and we already kind of like have our foot on the ground in a sense, you know, but we're gonna try to explore like other areas as well when we grow and everything, especially with our group members as well.
We're trying to hit a.
So yeah, talk about your group members though.
Well,
Gotta give a shout out.
Go for
Go
it.
ahead. Shout out to Mason Ray, Kyle Benjamin, and the Dysfunctional One.
Yeah, as well as Nocturnal as well.
Nocturnal as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm Nsomniac, the Sammi Auto, and then
Amen.
Mason Ray. She's a singer. But
Is
she,
the country rap girl.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's
yeah, she
cool.
does. She does country. She can sing whatever style.
But
though.
like she's just like a force to be reckoned with, even though like, you know what I mean, like
She has
even
good
though
voice.
that she's like 5 feet, you know what I mean, like her
She's
energy.
The little
fierce.
ones are fiery.
Yeah, she's
her-
fierce.
her energy, like she has a burning energy that is very positive, especially when, you know, like when one of us or any of us and everything is kind of in our head and we don't know what we're doing. Like she is a very good friend.
Yeah, she actually just bought my daughter some presents for her birthday and everything.
Nice.
Brought her over a bunch of stuff, and my daughter loved it. She got her a dress and a Bluetooth speaker and
Nice.
a bunch of stuff. And my daughter was like, "Oh my god, I love it!"
So
You
how
know,
did
and-
how did your whole group, how did your whole group of people come together?
Well, he invited me to come work at a studio and shit, and I told him, I said, "Hey, man, fucking, we got to get a team together. Like, it can't just be like me and you." I said, "If we want to be successful, we need to, we
You
need to have
need,
more,
like-
we need more people behind us.
Like just a team, but like
Alliance.
Yeah, we need a-
diverse.
We need some what did they call it when they heard that song? That we need some Avengers.
Avengers.
You guys get together and like go like this to get all.
I think that was involved.
think
You
that's
know,
what
Oh, the rock thing. Yeah,
We put on the ring and go like this
For
and
music.
fucking powers unite or something like that. I don't remember what it was. I was too
for the
high.
unfairness of the
I think it
world.
was a blunt actually. I don't think it was. I think it was.
Oh yeah. I think
We all put up a blunt and said powers unite.
Perfect.
You know, just
Gotta
play
get
it.
pumped somehow.
Yeah. No. So back to the team though.
You guys got together first.
So yeah.
Oh, and also Kyle Benjamin. He's a really good.
He's a rapper. And
he's
he
a-
also sings and screams too. I guess I didn't know about that until recently.
that's great for real.
Yeah, I mean that's what he like started with, was in a band or something.
That's tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he's a really fierce artist and everything like
dope.
that. He's very
Does a good
like
stage show.
tactical, and he's kind of like that voice of reasoning within the group.
The wise one.
I feel like he is wise, but like in his own way and everything.
He's
But
the guy
like,
that keeps you guys all in line.
I don't know. I feel like I'm the one that does that.
but I'm just saying.
You gotta get.
But I'm just saying, like Kyle's the homie. He's just cool to talk to and everything like that. And you know, I feel like he's a very good asset to our team. And like every time, like we're all together, all 5 of us, when we were over at that Rich show, it was just fire.
But how'd you guys get to how did you come across him?
I know you're like you want.
Oh,
So-
we known him for like years.
Yeah, he was an artist that Dysfunctional worked with, and that he used to work with.
Yeah, and
And so, okay, so we were talking one day, and we were talking about the bringing in other artists and stuff. And I told him, I said, why don't we bring in Dysfunctional? Because he's already here at the studio all the time with me, anyways.
yeah,
And you know what I mean. And
and
he
he's
do a
like
bunch
that diverse artist or
of- he do,
whatever.
like everything, like you know.
But like he's just like an original character.
Yeah, like, and he also does like movies and
And he does like film directory and everything. He
Yeah.
got us in a couple films.
under Creative Power Studios.
Okay.
So if you want to look that up, that's him, Brandon Price. But yeah, so we brought him in, and then I was like, hey, but we need to, besides him, like we need to get like basically like elite people around us. And then I with Mason, I was told about her through a friend. She was like, hey, you need to check out Mason, blah blah blah, all this stuff. So I brought her in, and I had her like write the song with me for a contest, and
Yeah.
the song Ups and Downs.
And you guys won.
Did you win the contest?
No, I should have, but
Yeah, like it was
No,
a really good song.
it was
but,
rigged. No, just play. No,
But it's just like
no, there was a lot of good artists in that contest. Like Seuss Mace was one of them. There was like a few other like bigger artists that were.
But it's okay. Like the development of it. Like at least we found like some good artist friends.
Yeah, it was so like hearing her on that song, we were like, oh, we got to make her part of this and
Right.
shit. I said, what do you think? Like,
It's a
and he
good
said,
change up.
and he was like, yeah, it'd be awesome having a girl as part of,
You gotta have
you know.
a chick on the team.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
But not only that, like yeah, you always have to have that chick on the
you do.
team.
yeah, you got to have balance, you know.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you guys record out of?
We basically record over at his pad. We also have like accesses to like different studios.
Yeah, we used to record at a place in Clearfield, but now we record at my place most of the time.
Yeah, and so like basically, but we still have like, numerous access to like different studios. It just depends on the analog and the software of it, because I mostly like came in like for years of like doing music, like consecutively.
Like making beats and putting it all together?
Yeah, but not only that, like mixing vocals, recording vocals. I used to, like I recorded like several artists. I also recorded like Jay Diggs and Murphy Lee, like big artists, little artists. Like I handled all their vocal work because I've been like doing like audio engineer work for past 15, 17 years. And it's crazy like how like people like, they actually like pay money or whatever
Yeah.
like that to
Yeah.
like
Sometimes big
help
money.
that they need, and so I always try to develop my knowledge of like mixing panels, different programs, everything, and so I can always be refreshed on it, so in case we need that skill.
Right on. So what do you guys have upcoming right now?
He has a single out right now. It's called In My Bag.
Yeah, featuring Stevie Stone, Seuss Mix, and Scarecrow.
Okay. And that's on like iTunes, Spotify.
Yeah, it's on
That's on all
everything.
platforms. And we also have like a bunch of like collaboration like songs on like all platforms.
Yeah, a bunch of other songs that recently came out. I recently dropped an album too back in December called Pain Before the Fame, has recognized from Mayday, Scarecrow, Seuss Mace, King ISO. And then
So you know what the funny thing? I'm gonna tell him this, okay?
Oh.
All right. Okay. So when you listen to the album, and you have to listen to the whole album, even if you do like a reaction video to it, you just gotta listen to it, okay? It like has like up and down patterns of his songs or whatever, like of different emotions of, you know what I mean? Like either being like, a bad person or, a person struggling with like mental illness as well. But at the very end, and I love it how he did this artistically, that, what was it? The second to last song was Death Wish with King ISO.
the third to last, I believe.
Third to last, right? Okay, so
Wait, second to last on the actual, yeah.
on the actual
Yeah. No,
album,
you're
right?
Yep.
okay, so he had Death Wish on there, and it's just like it's so intense, right?
Talking about like thoughts of suicide and like, well, surviving suicide, actually, like a suicidal attempt.
Yeah,
That's
like
deep.
yeah, and at the very end, it's crazy because he put the last track, and it has me and him and the other people from Napalm on it, and it's called The Future, and it's like
Yeah, it has, like,
after that intense
kids on
song,
it.
yeah, and it has his kids on it.
Oh, really?
Has-
And then
yeah,
to make that jump over to something totally different.
Like positive and light and like, yeah, it's called The Future, and it just talks about like, just positivity and like bringing change. Basically,
Yeah.
I like
you know
that.
what I mean? Like,
and like we like collaborated like not only on like the song itself, but we also like collaborated on like the engineering part, constructing of the song, like from like the beat up and stuff like that. I think Gino made that beat, right?
No, that one was Wishmaster.
That was Wishmaster. Yeah, shout out Wishmaster. He always got some bangers too.
Yeah, Gino's dope though.
Gino
He-
is
he
always
did,
dope. You know.
He produced Death Wish. He
Yeah.
produced Demons Inside.
Oh, okay, yeah. Shout out Gino on that one. He killed those beats for sure.
And then Sammy, do you have anything upcoming?
So after like his projects or whatever, like I
yeah.
got some individual projects. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, yeah. We so on the In My Bag, that's gonna be on my upcoming EP, which is also gonna be featuring Dizzy Wright and another song with Stevie Stone, as well as my song Felon, and there's gonna be a song for the fans on there, and then just it's gonna be like six or seven songs, maybe 8.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. And then
Thinking about calling it In Some Shit.
In some shit.
I like that.
I like that.
But like
See,
spelled,
there you
spelled
go.
NSOM.
Right.
Like Insomniac or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Insom shit.
I like some shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's a good
That
play
is-
on
that's
words.
catchy.
See, he told you. No, that's official. That's
Absolutely.
official.
Now, yeah, you have to do it.
Now I gotta call it that.
Yeah.
From Sean and Shay, right?
That's right.
You heard it on Sean and Shay.
The a little
What's the
bit
name
of,
of
a little bit of me and you podcast.
A little bit of me and you podcast.
A little
That's what
bit
you
of
guys
me
are-
and you podcast.
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 And then
But,
you said you had some individual stuff.
I have so I already released 2 recent albums the past couple of years ago, Iconic Volume 1 and Iconic Volume 2. And then the third Iconic Volume installment, because it's supposed to be the project of like a mega super album, like like how they had like Star Wars trilogy and Lord of the Rings trilogies. So like basically this is a trilogy of who I should be or where I am becoming, the person that I want to be and my best self. So that's why I labeled it Iconic. And so that's my trilogy. That's my saga that I want to leave for, you know what I mean, music, for the culture, for any type of inspiration that I can make is for the Iconic volumes. And so volume 3 will either be released this year or next year. I just want to make sure that the production is right, because now this one I want to involve myself with the best producers, like from Utah, and some of the best artists from Utah,
right.
from Ogden, from Salt Lake, from in between, the ones that are like really grinding, have been really out there, have been, you know what I mean, spending day in and day out. And so I got like some features in mind that I really want to release. I also, so Ad is one of them, and that's featuring Nsomniac, because he is becoming like one of the biggest Utah artists there is, and I'm really proud of you.
Oh yeah, thank you, man.
Hell yeah.
And
Good
I
job,
mean,
dude.
he's been helping with that shit. Like if it wasn't for him, like recording me in the studio and helping me put out the music and doing the shows with me,
Bringing out the best.
yeah, we wouldn't be where we're at right now. Like,
And so I want to just, so it's kind of like my own statement, because like I have the track list as a message for the end of it. And so it can bring out the best. And so it's kind of like for our culture in Utah. That's why I'm trying to get the best artists for this last volume.
Okay.
I guess I'll be on it.
I know.
Oh, really?
Dang!
She actually has a pretty decent voice.
All right, we have to hear it.
Yeah,
we always
most,
like
you got
around.
you got to send a link, most definitely.
Hey, I was gonna say do it right
Do
now.
you- do you-
I usually do, but right now I'm like,
She's like, oh shit.
my little boys rap too.
Yeah.
Really?
For real?
Yeah.
Nice.
They do.
How old are they?
7 and 8.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they asked
No,
me
that's
to
cool.
drive down here. They were like, Kendrick or Drake, Mom.
Hey, hey, if they ever
Well,
want to be on a
what-
song, we don't
Oh my
discriminate on
gosh.
age
They would
or
love to meet you guys.
age, race, or sex or nothing. You know what I mean? Like we just, we
yeah,
just
we
make music.
we love music, and anybody that loves music
Especially
and wants
if-
to be involved in music, we're highly like
Especially if they like let us like help them structure it or so. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll have to send you my little guy. He's
because
pretty good.
some people like are afraid of criticism or afraid of like
no.
letting somebody help them with stuff. And I was telling this younger artist, like he's like 16, his name's Chris, but he spells it with like a exclamation point, I think. Anyways, he's like 16 and fucking I rocked the show with him and he fucking killed it. And I was like, yo, if you need any advice or anything and shit, just hit me up. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have anybody there for me. Like,
You know, it'd be cool
was
if you
coming up.
guys wrote a song about a podcast and we used it as our opener.
that'd be kind of dope.
Yeah, we better hit a producer homie up real quick.
We just
What
make
you
a
trying?
little,
You trying
we
to
make
make
it like a little
like a
minute
theme
thing or
song or
something.
something like that?
Well, I mean, we have one. We're on like version 3 right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, if I could,
make it a couple minutes.
but I mean, if I could feature like local artists and like throw it in the
Yeah.
beginning, you know, I'm all about that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I can. You know what I mean. We'll drop a couple of bars for sure on that. Like, it just depends what you know what I mean. What you want us to, rap and represent.
Right. Well, cool guys. Where can they find you guys at?
They can.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Google. You can Google us and
All
Sammi Auto, Nsomniac without the I at the beginning, just NS. Okay, so actually,
Go ahead.
capital NSOMNIA capital C.
Got it.
Okay.
Cool.
And
then
what about social
I
media?
am Sammi Auto SAMMIAUTO.
On social media, you can find me under Insomniac Music.
Sammi Auto.
Sammi Auto.
Insomniac.
No, you can find us on all platforms.
platforms.
You can find us on all social media platforms. You can find us on basically like any outlet and everything. Like we're out there. We're visible. We're we're trying to show like a different way on how to do music.
Right.
On how to because a lot of people like they try to think that
Put themselves in the box.
put themselves in a box, but like they're not like open or they seem like they're too busy or whatever to hear someone else.
They don't want to be part of no teamwork. Like they're like team.
Right.
I'm allergic to that word.
Yeah, and like and so if y'all not about that and y'all about growth and artist growth and everything like that, we're all about the same growth. So follow us, we'll follow you back. We'll try to make
Trying to
something
network.
work, you know.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
What was that song? Was it Brother Lynch song or something? That had network something.
Network.
Spitz Network. The Spitz Network.
Yeah.
This is the Spitz Network.
It's crazy
Spitz
like
Network.
how it's like not cable TV and anymore. It's all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any shout outs you guys want to give?
Shout out our city, shout out our state.
Ogden.
Shout out to you guys,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sean and
Yeah.
Shay.
Shout out to you. Shout out to my girl, my fiance, Summer Gallego. She's dope as fuck.
Shout out to all you
Napalm
people.
Music and
Shout out to Napalm.
shout out to Sam Cortez and Sovereign Creations. Shout out to Creative Power Studios. Shout out to Suma Cannabis. I'm hoping to get that sponsor soon from you.
Give them a
And
sponsor.
yeah,
And shout out to all the new
shout out
artists.
to Vibes. Shout out to Vibes Papers.
Oh yeah, Vibes
Get that
Paper. Shout out to
sponsor
my
from you guys
boy
as well.
Blue. Shout out to my boy Blue on Vibes for real. We're gonna work something for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And every artist is grinding out their hard in Ogden or in Utah. We see you guys. Shout out to Restless, man. You know, I see you always grinding and shit. You know what I mean?
Shout out to
Fucking
Restless. Shout out to
killing
OP.
shit.
Shout out to J23, Pinky
Blue.
Red and them, Blue.
Fucking, I mean, there's
Shout
a lot
out
of
to
y'all
801
listening to shit.
Intentions. Shout out to Way Too Major Productions, Neftown and all them. Yeah, Lunacy too. Like we want to give a shout out to like all these Ogden artists and like to let you know that we lay their flowers.
Hey,
right
hit up
here.
Mason Ray for a collab. If you're looking for a female artist,
Yeah,
you want
for
somebody
real.
who can
I
sing.
gotta meet this chick.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, hit up Mason Ray. Also,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys should definitely get her on this.
Yeah.
Actually, you should follow her. Follow her on Instagram. And
Follow her on
everything.
TikTok. She's
Follow her on
always
Tik-
doing stuff on
Is
TikTok.
it Mason Ray on TikTok or what?
I think
is
it's
it?
like, hold on, let me look it up really quick. I try not to be rude and like have my phone out
No,
and
you're
stuff,
fine.
but like I feel like I gotta.
Lee, do you have any questions?
Oh, shoot.
So, can you guys hear me?
a
Yeah.
little bit.
When you guys are doing like features these days, like how many are like in studio, and how many are just like being sent to you? Is it mostly just
Half and half.
so you are getting a lot of studio time with?
Yeah, we usually try to get in studio time when we try to get like extra content, you know what I mean? But we usually mostly like kind of do like home studio wise if we're just trying to make some quick work.
I personally have not met with any of the big artists that I've done, featured with. Yeah, like I just
Those
send
are all
them
sent.
but
Yeah.
but all the work that's on my album, Pain Before the Fame, and my upcoming EP, it's all exclusive songs. It's not album packed, nothing like that. Like
Yeah,
it's
they're all
stuff where I've
purchased.
talked to the artist personally and like sent them tracks personally and told them the concept and
It's kind of like a different like type of respect level once you like get into like contact with them themselves as well on like a normal basis.
yeah, so Mason Ray on TikTok, it's at m.a.c.y.n.r.
So it's basically Mason Ray, but it has all dots.
Hey,
H.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just spell it with you spell it and add the dot.
Add the dots in between all of it, except for there's not a dot at the end of the H.
And oh really?
Yeah.
That's the only dot that's not a
No
dot.
dot at the end of the H.
Well, cool. Well,
Cool.
thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks for having us. And
Making the trip down to Ogden for
yeah,
sure.
hopefully you guys enjoy my next few songs and the song that I'm featured on coming
Yeah,
out soon.
absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, and then be on the lookout for all of us new shows.
Look out for Napalmmusic.
Napalmmusic.
We're
We're
gonna be
we're
blowing
gonna-
up like a bomb soon.
I like it. I like it. Especially just repping Utah.
Just kidding, terrible. That was terrible. I'm so
Repping
cheesy.
Utah, you know.
All right, thanks.
He's
guys.
like it blows up like a bomb. No, but
I like it.
have a good one.
All right, thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Good bad.